What does it take to become a hero? For Taylor Swift, it started not on a stage, but on a Christmas tree farm in Pennsylvania. Here, a little girl with a wild imagination learned to dream, inspired by her grandmother's operatic voice and the support of her parents, Scott and Andrea. Taylor's family didn't just encourage her, they believed in her, driving her to lessons and nurturing her talent from the very beginning. That loving foundation gave her the confidence to chase her dreams, teaching her that every hero's journey starts with a single step. Before the stadiums and the fame, it was the scent of pine and the warmth of family that sparked a story destined to inspire millions. At 12, Taylor Swift was given a guitar, and everything changed. She poured her feelings into songwriting, turning her diary into melodies. Recognizing her passion, her family moved to Tennessee, the heart of country music, to give her dream a real shot. Taylor became a student of the craft, studying legends and writing relentlessly. After school, she and her mom would walk Music Row, handing out demo CDs, knocking on doors, determined to be heard. She wasn't waiting for opportunity, she was creating it. Taylor's ambition was relentless. She was a young girl with a guitar, but also a warrior with a plan. Every knock, every song, every hopeful day brought her closer to her dream. Her journey was about more than talent, it was about grit, focus, and the courage to keep going. Taylor Swift's big dream was never just a wish, it was a mission. Nashville wasn't easy. Taylor faced rejection after rejection. Told she wasn't special, told to come back when she was older. For many, that would have been the end. For Taylor, it was fuel. She turned every no into another song, pouring her frustration and hope into her music. Realizing her power was in her own words, she made a bold choice. She'd only sing songs she wrote or co-wrote. This set her apart in an industry that wanted her to blend in. Taylor's open heart refused to be hardened by closed doors. The struggle forged her resilience and solidified her vision. She learned that the only person she needed to prove anything to was herself. Every setback became a stepping stone, every rejection a reason to dig deeper. The world hadn't caught up to her yet, but she kept writing, singing, and believing. Her unique voice was her greatest strength. The fire of rejection forged the artist she was meant to be. Sometimes closed doors are just redirections to something greater. Every story has a turning point. For Taylor, it was the Bluebird Cafe. Scott Borchetta saw her perform and signed her as the first artist to Big Machine Records. Her debut single, Tim McGraw, was a heartfelt story that resonated with listeners everywhere. Taylor's self-titled album became a phenomenon, with songs like Teardrops on My Guitar and Our Song becoming anthems. What set her apart was authenticity. She wrote about real moments, real heartbreaks, and real people. Taylor wasn't just a singer, she was the friend who understood you. Years of dedication and staying true to her vision paid off. Tim McGraw wasn't just a hit, it was the door to a new era in music. Taylor Swift's superpower is turning pain into hope. She wrote her way through heartbreak, transforming tears into lyrics and struggles into anthems. Albums like Fearless captured both the fairy tale and the reality of young love. Her songs gave listeners permission to feel everything: hope, heartbreak, and resilience. Taylor's vulnerability made her music universal. She taught fans that their feelings were valid, and that strength could be found in honesty. Even her saddest songs carried a message of empowerment. Taylor's music became a friend, a comfort, and a guide for millions. She turned her personal heartbreak into a public service. In sharing her story, she helped others find their own strength. Fame can be brutal. In 2009, Taylor's joy at the MTV VMAs was shattered when Kanye West interrupted her acceptance speech. The world watched as her moment was stolen, but what happened next defined her. Beyoncé's act of kindness, inviting Taylor back on stage, was a lesson in lifting others up. Taylor responded not with anger, but with grace, channeling her feelings into the song Innocent. She turned public humiliation into a message of forgiveness and growth. Taylor didn't let the moment define her, she rose above it. She showed the world that you can't control others, but you can control your response. Her resilience and maturity inspired millions. True strength is choosing grace when the world is watching. Taylor's story became one of overcoming, not just surviving. She proved that setbacks can be transformed into powerful comebacks. A true artist evolves. Taylor Swift's journey from country to pop is a masterclass in reinvention. With Red, she blended genres. With 1989, she fully embraced pop, breaking records and winning Grammys. Shake It Off became an anthem of self-acceptance and independence. Critics doubted, but Taylor's success silenced them. With Reputation, she reclaimed her narrative, turning criticism into art. Each album reflected her growth, from the dreamy lover to the introspective folklore and ever more. Taylor's willingness to change kept her music fresh and relevant. She taught us that growth means embracing every part of yourself. Reinvention isn't about abandoning your roots, it's about courage and curiosity. Taylor's story is proof that you can write new chapters without losing your core. Some battles are fought off stage. In 2017, Taylor stood up in court against a former DJ who assaulted her, countersuing for a symbolic $1. Her testimony was unwavering. She spoke for herself and for others who felt silenced. Winning the case, she became a symbol of courage and justice. But her fight didn't end there. When her master recordings were sold without her consent, Taylor took control by re-recording her first 6 albums. Taylor's version became a movement, empowering artists everywhere. She turned a professional setback into a revolutionary act of self-empowerment. Fans rallied behind her, choosing her versions and sparking a global conversation about artists' rights. Taylor's determination to own her work inspired a new standard in the industry. She showed that your art and your story should always belong to you. Her battles became victories not just for herself, but for countless others. Taylor's legacy is one of ownership, resilience, and fearless advocacy. True character is revealed in what you give. Taylor Swift's philanthropy is as legendary as her music. Quiet acts of kindness, disaster relief, and support for education. She's helped fans pay bills, funded schools, and reached out to those in need, often without fanfare. She uses her platform to champion artists' rights, demanding fair compensation and promoting new talent. Taylor's generosity is rooted in empathy and a belief in community. She's not just an entertainer, she's a leader, lifting others as she climbs. Her legacy is one of compassion, advocacy, and making sure the ladder is there for everyone. The Eras Tour is more than a concert. It's a global celebration of Taylor Swift's journey. Each era comes alive with stunning visuals, uniting fans in a shared experience of music and memory. The tour has shattered records, but its true impact is the community it creates. Fans connecting, celebrating, and belonging. Taylornomics is real. Her shows boost entire cities, proving the power of art to move economies and hearts. The Eras Tour is Taylor's victory lap, a testament to resilience and connection. She relives her story with the people who've been there all along. It's a living monument to her legacy, echoing around the world. In every city, Taylor proves that music can unite, heal, and inspire. What's the lesson in Taylor Swift's journey? It's that every scar can become a star. She turned rejection, heartbreak, and pain into power and purpose. Taylor's story is about owning your voice, writing your own narrative, and rising stronger after every fall. Resilience isn't about avoiding failure. It's about getting back up again and again. She showed us that vulnerability and strength go hand in hand. Her life is a universal story of dreams, hard work, and the power of the human heart. Taylor turned wounds into anthems, inspiring millions to become heroes in their own stories. In the end, your story is yours to write. Make it a song worth singing.